Hey guys, it's Christine here. Thought I'd do a response to Lailoken's video rant about somebody had submitted questions regarding how there can be justification for selling certain magical items online and variance in pricing and stuff like that, and just like how pagans justify doing what we do, selling things online. As many of you know, I do have my own shop. I don't sell services myself. Although I'm getting back into studying tarot again, I don't know if I will do anything with that or not. I prefer to work with my hands and make things and get the stuff out of my head and into a physical form. But I do, sell wands and stuff like that. Painted altar tiles and that, which, because of the wedding right now, I don't have any of this stuff in my shop, but I'm going to be trying to refill before December. Anyway, I wanted to tell this person that Lailoken's responding to that, he brought up excellent points throughout the whole video. It's just when you do encounter certain people and their shops, you have to keep in mind what it is that you're looking at. I have seen wands that were just a stick, nothing more. Person claimed they're blessed, sell them for $50-$60. Mine are not that way. They'll at least be decorated. You have to take a look, though, when you determine that something's overpriced, see if there is some kind of effort put into it at all. And then shop around before you leave nasty comments. Nasty comments being like, where you're trolling and going, ha ha ha, this is really overpriced, what do you think you're doing? And I've had that happen where I sold a wand out of rosewood for $25. The horsehead bead on there alone was $5. So Lailoken's correct. You have to take into account that there is time, there is effort, there is cost of supplies, there is cost of shipping, there is cost of credit card services, including PayPal, Amazon. Now Amazon has a handcrafted section that they're opening up, but that costs $40 a month for the shop owner. If it's a small shop, it's going to affect the profit margin and the cost per item, unless they have a huge quantity of items on Amazon. So those things you do have to keep in mind. Cost of supplies can be a big one. And not only that, but generally they say if you are making items that you're not going to get your cost of time put back into it. An early guideline from like 20 years ago when I started doing this stuff was that you try to calculate at least minimum wage into how many hours a certain project would take. That doesn't even work now. I have had people come up to me when I'm selling really tight, immaculate daisy chain necklaces with the little flowers, and I'm using 7-8 threads throughout the entire necklace, and it's not going to fall apart without some effort of somebody pulling it apart, that sort of thing. So a single daisy chain necklace will take me 6 hours to do, because I'm making sure everything's solid and I've got pendants in the middle. I had somebody complain that I was selling that for $3 and that they could go and buy cheaper somewhere else. Now, again, a lot of pagan shops out there will be selling handcrafted goods. That means we're not using machines, we're not using cheap techniques. And to have somebody come up and say, well, I can get this somewhere else cheaper, is kind of an insult. Especially when usually, if they do, there is a quality difference. And Lailoken's right, you do have to take into account the quality of the item. Occasionally, yes, there are problems that occur. When you do have an issue, please make sure to contact the person that has sold you the item or sold you the service. Don't just start bad mouthing and leaving bad feedback immediately and not try to contact them first and resolve the issue first. I actually had that happen. Where they left bad feedback. It didn't even notify me there was a problem. All of a sudden I discovered it because it was bad feedback. And it's like, you could have at least tried to contact me. They didn't. So, don't be out looking for trouble. Don't be out looking to catch somebody, something like that. There are a lot of honest people out there. Where I can agree on things being overpriced, though, is like I said, where somebody just takes a stick, doesn't sand it down, doesn't anything, and claim it's blessed, and there you go. Some of the problems with making a claim regarding a magic spell working or a blessing working or something like that, and I had stated this in another video as to why Etsy had cracked down on a lot of spell casting and things like that, is because you have to have some measure of proving that these things actually do what the crafter claims that they do. In my case, I never state that an item has been blessed, anything like that. I do say that I smudge them to clear things. What the person does after that is up to the person. My thing is that I make the physical item, period. I don't lay claims as to what it does, although I will say here is a history of what this means, history of what this means, this is why I used this piece, this is why I used this wood, whatever. But that's as far as I go. And generally, you're going to find that that is the safer route if you are selling and also if you are buying, because there are a lot of stinkers out there. As I had previously pointed out, there was somebody on eBay for a while was selling a necklace for $400 that was just this cheap brass thing, but they claimed it had the spirit of a living vampire inside of it that they had trapped in there, and therefore the cost was what it was. And that was sold as a handcrafted good on eBay. So yeah, there are some serious turds out there. So you do have to kind of research, if the person you're buying from is on a service like Amazon or eBay or Etsy or one of these other sites where there is feedback and things like that. Do go through the feedback and take a look. See what people say about this person. Also, make sure to peruse their shop thoroughly, look at their shipping policies, look at that stuff. You get a general feel over who's being honest and who isn't. And like I said, I have no idea on services. I just know on the solid goods themselves. Really, I can't think of any more to say on that one other than, just make sure that you're being honest with the seller and that you're not just out hunting, doing a witch hunt for bad sellers, or just deciding that everybody is all overpriced. Some items, though, when it comes to the crystals and it comes to the stones, and there's items that you can buy from companies and resell, and a lot of things are resold, that they're bought in bulk and then marked up. Again, what you can tell when you're looking at it when you can see it from one seller to the next, to the next, to the next. Then yes, then you can claim that there may be some marking up. It depends on how much comparison shopping you do, and also take a look at where the shop is from, where they are shipping from, and stuff like that. But on some items, I have seen a markup as high as $100 difference on the same item that was clearly not handcrafted. Another one I had pointed out previously was leather that I had purchased, hand done suede, that was selling for $180 on eBay, and I had found it through Crazy Crow Trading on sale for $80. So those are things you do have to keep in mind, just to shop around when it's something that isn't handcrafted. You can shop around if it is something that is handcrafted too, and as Lailoken said, make sure you research and take into account your gut feeling. If it seems like it's too good to be true, that old adage, go along with that. And, if something's ringing the bad bells with you in the back of your mind, you might want to listen to it. So that's all I had to say on the subject. And like I said, Lailoken laid it down pretty succinctly. I think he did an excellent job. And, hopefully you guys get some more information from me from the seller's standpoint. So blessed be everybody. Have a fantastic day.